Hey guys, welcome. I'm here with a message. It's connected to what the masculine and feminine are doing. We're at the next step of the information we are seeking within the unknown. This is connected, these cards here, to past readings. And it's all part of this big, massive reading that we're going to be happening dedicated to what the masculine are and feminine are creating. Right now, this is about more towards what they're seeking. And we're going to put what they're seeking and what they're creating together, and we're going to make a little bit of sense of this. Confirmation right there from the universe. Now, this at the end of the day is about our truths. Right now, we're seeking truth. We need to seek that truth and expand off that truth and expand off the patterning. And that truth is connected to this shell, this conch shell. With judgment, we are heeding the call. The divine called, the universe called, source called. You picked up the phone. They said, will you heed the call? Will you expand your soul? Will you expand from the dark to the light by healing from the shadows? And you picked up the call. And many of you that are joining me here said yes. Now you're seeking your truth. Because you're on your path. You're on your path of spiritual expansion. The truth is being set free from the heavens for us to expand with. And we're seeking it here with this energy. This is connected to the polar bear, the seeker of shells. We're seeking the shells. We're seeking the truth. It's connected to the heavens. It's connected to the divine. This is about the Six of Cups and the purification of our soul. And this is about everyone taking a turn and waiting in line to share. Because we've done that much work. We've done that much work in purifying our soul that we can wait our turn. We can share. We've restored that within us. We've healed enough. That's what the Six of Cups is. I can wait my turn. I can share. I can love. And you know, I got a little bit wild and had to do a little bit of expanding of my own, because you know, I really dislike very much when people make fun of others and others' paths, and we start separating things and we start saying one thing is better than the other. You know, that's not equal. It's all part of the whole. It's all part of the whole, the all. It's all part of the one. It's all part of the equation. But just what part of the equation is it? And you know, believing in love and light and healing with love and light and using energy and using crystals and believing in hope and having faith with the divine, that's not cheesy. And I really don't appreciate when people make fun of, you know, groups and new agers who share love and light. Just because you share love and light does not mean you're not in touch with the dark, and does not mean you have not seen the devil and healed from the shadows. Because I can tell you, I send love and light. I work with healing crystals. I try to share as much positivity to counteract and balance all the negativity within the universe, because I understand that's part of my mission work. That's part of my job. But because I do these things doesn't mean that I'm not in touch with the dark and my shadows. I rock that shit. I understand what's going down. I have to work very hard sometimes to balance within. I understand. And I'm understanding more and more as time goes on. And the path that we are on is not ripping people down. is not saying this way is the right way. My way is the right way. This is about your path. This is your path. What you're doing on your mission work could be what I'm different than I look. I'm so worked up. I can't talk. I gotta come back, guys. On my path may be very different from what you're doing, because we're all coming back to one. And who are we to say what is better than what is better than what is better? I personally believe we need to work with the harm. That's the shadows. Because that's what's twisting things up. But for me to just say here that you need to believe in what I need to believe in order to heal and come back to one, I would not feel good about myself. And maybe you need to believe in exactly what you need to believe in at that exact time to go to where you're going next. Because we're constantly expanding. So what you see reflected back to you one day is going to differ from the other day, and how you perceive it, what it means to you. We are seeking the truth, and we need to be able to build from that. And that's where we have to get over this. I can't make a mistake. I have to be perfect. You have to be able to make mistakes, because you're expanding. If you don't allow yourself to make mistakes, then this path, it's going to be very hard for you. That's where we learn forgiveness. That way we learn, to be kind to ourselves, to give ourselves self-love, to say, oh, whoa, you just didn't perceive that. Well, but now you understand. Okay, that's what this place is about. That's where, would you be mad at a child because they didn't understand? No, so you can't be mad at yourself. You have to understand. And we can't be angry at others. This is their path. This is their universe. We can't be in this challenge mode all the time. I'm going to challenge you because my way is better. I'm going to challenge you because this is right. I'm going to challenge you because this is what I've seen. This is about sharing to understand what resonates with you, so you know you better, and what resonates with you may not resonate with me, or what may resonate with you today may not resonate with tomorrow, and then you may say, oh, I resonated with her. I understood that now. Or that may never happen. I'm just giving you guys examples, but you know what I'm saying. I hope we're connecting somehow. And it's about being humble. It's about accepting people's uniqueness. Like, we really need to get on this time. It's the time now. It's the time to accept others' uniqueness. We're healing from competitiveness to restore balance between the masculine and feminine. The only way it's going to happen is if we really start doing it. And even if we do know better, sometimes we got to just come back and understand that person's where they're at for a reason. Yes, I know we, especially as healers, we want to get people away from all their suffering. But what if you're messing with part of their path? You have to know. And then you have to know yourself too. You have to know your connection with the divine when it's the right time. Because that's what this is about. This is about a blossoming. This is an expansion. I've talked so much now. Let's get back on track. Speaking of facing the shadows, we're using our strength right now. We are facing the shadows. We're going to go within. I would like to say I did expand after that and realize that, these things that set me off, it just means I need to do more healing within, because I don't want to be angry. It's not good. It's not good for my chakras. Strength is taking us to the Two of Cups. This is what we're creating with. This is the equality right here. Look it, and there's the shells. They're connected to our truths. Our truths are part of the path. So we know we closed the door on our past, and in closing the door on our past helped us to create the new patterning we need to make. Or the new patterning we are making as we are in the midst of closing the door to the past. Well, what happens? Well, lo and behold, look, we cleared a path that wasn't there before with our Three of Pentacles pals. As we know, we're linking up with other members of the light, our soul tribe members. We're going through. And what's going to happen when we go through is we're not just going to go through, but we're going to leap right off. We're going to leap right off, right into the water, right here. And this is connected to the times that we're in. Because this is connected to the energy of the King of Cups. And what is happening with the King of Cups right now. The winged king appears bored. A loyal dog rests at his feet. One subject kneels with her arms wrapped around her waist. Another squats with his hands over his face. The figures in this card are being challenged to stay happy. Each and every one shows a decline in moral as time marches on. What can these people pull out of their boredom? A numerical grid etched into the side of the king's chair suggests that they have time to tap into. While they do not interact with one another, they are not alone. This suggests that it is hard to keep happiness around when you do the same thing over and over again. And this is falling in a rut, being emotionally responsible, finding the joy in repetitive actions. I would have used the word repetitive, but what do I know? I guess I wasn't reading the book. Now, so we've been directly put in situations now, what they're showing me, that are causing us to be bored, that are causing us to be dissatisfied, that are making it hard for us to continue to create happiness, to continue to create that positive charge. And we're in boredom. We want to go out. We want to do things. But we're not in that space. We're creating new patterns, and these patterns are going to show us how to create happiness through boredom and shift things. And this is the key. This is the answer. We need to dive right into our truths. We need to dive right into this seashell. There is the seashell. Look at it. It's nice and big and beautiful. We found it. We found it. We just got this message at our last reading. So we found some access to the truth through this window. And we're going to dive off into it. And it's connected to our repetitive patterns that are keeping us stuck in that space of that vibration of feeling bored, of feeling dull, of feeling like, I need that charge. I need that charge. And what happens is we have to be careful, because if we don't get it through the positive, we're going to go looking for it through the negative, because the negative has a charge too. We've fallen off the path of the moon at that point. And well, we could get ourselves into some trouble. And we might have to do some more healing. We don't want to be searching for those negative charges because we're bored. That's where the devil resides. We need to stay strong and create with this new patterning in order to expand off of the truth. So we're going to get this message, and we're going to discuss what else they've shown me, and we're going to see what's happening here. I would like to say that this shell is the cup, the Ace of Cups. And this shell is connected to the Queen of Cups right now. And that's why we've been working with the Queen of Cups. She's helping to access our truth alongside the Seeker of Shells. The Queen of Cups is seeking within that cup. She's connected to it. It's her gifts. It's also her connection to the divine, to the oneness, to creation, to her emotion, to her emotional intelligence. And see that checkered floor? That checkered floor shows she's connected. She's balanced. There's dark. There's light. She's understanding something here through patterning. Through the patterning of the checkers of the dark and the light. And that is connected to this, to the truth that we are seeking. And we're seeking it through the energy of the Hierophant. that's the feminine expanding with the masculine energy. We know the feminine is seeking within the unknown, and the masculine energy expanding what she's seeking within the unknown, the Hierophant. And this is our connection to higher self, to spirit, the divine, the information within the unknown expansion key package. Really, if that made sense, I really hope it did. And the Hierophant's working with the Two of Cups. We know that from our last reading. And that Two of Cups is connected to the Lovers. We're calling it in, baby. We're calling it in. And right now, what this Queen of Cups is working with, that cup. That cup is connected to what's happening here and how we are expanding it here. And we're going to talk about this. We're going to break it down. Let's break it down. The Queen of Cups is connected to the Hierophant, the energy of Taurus, the time we are in. There's my accent coming out, I'm telling you. And right now, these guys are both connected to the Two of Cups. I can always tell when I'm learning patterning because my default program, it comes on and then it starts going out of whack. Like, we all have default programming, guys. This is how we can, like, understand where we're at. When we get really tired or we get overwhelmed, we kind of, like, or something happens, maybe it's something traumatic, like, I don't know, something to set you off, trigger you. You go, you know, you can go into your default program and you're in autopilot, and then that's how you can be like, why am I doing certain things? What, like, why am I here? I thought I expanded from this space, or I thought it, because your default programming is on. And for whatever reason it is, and you need to be able to look at why it is. Are you tired? You need to meditate. Do you need some clearing and healing within you? Or are you creating new programming, so all of a sudden your default programming is trying to get itself back into the mix because you're creating a new shape. You're going a new space, and your mind is, your programming is trying to adjust. So don't be hard on yourself. Know that your program is trying to adjust. Your system's trying to adjust with your chakra clearing and flow. These two are connected to the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups we know is connected to the Lovers, and the Two of Cups is connected to the Ace of Cups. So we've got the masculine, feminine, and the divine connected. Now let's get our information from the Ace. A woman dives down into a shell rising from the ocean. This card asks us to trust in what we're doing. The woman dives headfirst into the shell naked and doesn't know what will happen to her once she reaches the shell. She trusts that her needs will be taken care of. The shell is the recipient of her trust. The message inside this card says that we should trust in ourselves and allow the world to see who we are. Initial flicker of emotion coming to life, learning to trust, compassion. So we're going to be coming to life after feeling the way we are feeling within the King of Cups. This scorpion energy is bringing us back to life through our resurrections, through what we're doing. Now, they specifically shared with me that that is connected to strength and the Knave of Pentacles. And within this deck, this is going to help with what's being birthed. This is connected to what the masculine and feminine are birthing. And it has to do with her sensuality. What she is birthing is connected to her sensuality and the connection between her and the body. Her sexuality. But in a restored way. This is healed. This is, you know, as we were discussing at the Mother's Day reading of all places. The connection between the masculine and feminine templates needs to be healed. And no, not to take personally, not everyone, but for the most part, the templates have been very warped. A woman lives one way and a man lives another, and it's not equal. But we're restoring that. And a woman hasn't really been allowed to own her sensuality. We were discussing the story of Mary Magdalene and the fact, we know, she was a call girl, a prostitute. So what, she wasn't fit for Jesus? Well, of course she was. And there is the creation of unconditional love and the story of unconditional love. Right there. Beautiful template built. Beautiful. We need to clue in. A woman has to stay a beautiful flower in many cultures for a man. And a man can go out and be a bad boy savage. We're not in the ego games. This is about unconditional love. This is about love of the divine. This is about a healing love. This is about an expansive love. This is about a love you can trust. And that's what the message is right here. It's time. We're going to have a love we can trust. But we're having a love that we can trust through the divine and through us. This is happening through us. This is just, guys. This is a gift. This is the blessing. This is the blessing of the path of all this work. The gift of unconditional love. The creation of this vibration. This is what we're seeking. This is what we're creating together. And what they have shown me is that this is really what it's looking like. This is what is happening. This is connected to the Ten of Wands and the transformation that's going down within the Ten of Wands. And they've shown me that this is connected to the feminine energy. So yes, you can have a masculine joining me and having this go down within you. It's the feminine energy right now. The masculine energy is helping the feminine to expand. This is what they've shown me. They've shown me that the feminine is seeking the truth. And the truth is the vibration of unconditional love, and that's what she's trying to create. And right now she's on a teeter-totter trying to find the balance in order to create. She's trying to create this patterning on a teeter-totter, okay? And the masculine standing there and holding her hand through support, but she is the one who's finding the vibration and how to expand off of it and how to actually create it and build it here. And she's going a little, well, you see, look at what she's doing in there. She's going a little mad. But she's going to create the patterning, because what's going to end up happening through this transformation is what they've shown me. The feminine energy is going from the Ten of Wands to the Sun. And she will understand. She will expand. She will triumph. A dancer stands with all of her limbs stretched out wide. She channels the energy of the sun. The sun is a powerful energy that sustains us, helps plants grow, and keeps us warm. It would be hard to live without the energy it brings. The dancer in the card stands still to harness the energy. The wands in her hands help collect the heat and will be used to keep others warm too. The winged creature under her feet flicks its tongue out as if tasting the air. The sun reminds us to stay optimistic, telling us to share our passions with the rest of the world. Be optimistic, do what makes you happy, and stay warm. And this is why I love doing what I do, and I really appreciate it, because, you know, I followed my passions here, and they led me here. And I want to help others. I want to inspire others. I want to be a flame that inspires others to create with their light, to understand that they matter. You matter. What we came here to do matters. And this energy helps sustain us. And it's connected to dancing. And we were dancing at the full moon party, where we celebrated for 4 supermoons in a year. That was a blast. I had too much time. I had too much time. I had too much fun dancing with La Luna. Guys, I really think we need to understand what's going on in the Ten of Wands right now. I really do. I was trying to read avoiding what's negative, and then I realized that's exactly avoiding the shadow energies. Let's just shine the light. We heard the positive. Let's see what's happening within the negative so we can understand and we have the whole. This card is also connected to others on the path, meeting us up. Because this is connected to a flame ceremony. There's symbols that are hovering over them, spiraling into the fire that swirls in the center. Dancing in ritual ceremony will their offer prove to be successful? It is unclear. The wands hold a resource used to show their needs. The letters and symbols communicate the needs down to the fire. The fire is in the center of the universe, a divine spark. The message being, we should offer up our burdens to the divine who will grant us release. Burning your demons, making magic. And that's what we're doing. We're going to offer up what's lower vibrational as fuel. We're going to use it as fuel. We're going to burn our demons. And that's how we're going to go from that space to this space. This is what we're doing right now. And the work that the feminine is doing is connected to heightening our vitality. They've shown me that this is representation of what the feminine is doing. We know she's creating within the void, within the sphere. And it has to do with all of earth. It has to do with all of creation. It has to do with the animals, the plants, the water, the trees, the heavens. I mean, there's everything within this image. And she's using the energy of the all in order to heighten her vitality. And she's going to create with it. Do you see the energy of everything? It's within her. She needs a fresh approach, though. That's what this is about. So we're gaining a fresh approach. That's what's happening here. And as we gain this fresh approach, because we're going to create new patterning, this has connected to our boredom. We're dissatisfied, or we're upset that we have to continue to create happiness. But we're going to use this to heighten our vitality, and then we're going to create. It's going to go out. It's going to be birthed into the world. It's being birthed into the world. And it is connected to our sensuality and being able to rock our body in a healthy way, to being able to rock our sexuality in a healthy way. You know, not the way that women have been portrayed before as sex objects, as sex symbols, as I'm really trying to use my words carefully here, guys. We're more than just sex objects. We're more than trophies. We are human beings with needs and wants and desires, and our light matters. Our love matters. Our sex doesn't matter. Who we are, our integrity. Are we creating with integrity of the light? It's just time. It's just time. We need to untwist this. Now, they have shown me that is specifically connected, this fresh approach and heightening our vitality here, what we're creating with the energy of the all and the divine. But this is connected to the masculine. The work we're doing is through the moon, and this is our connection to the masculine. We're connecting to the masculine through the energy of the moon within us. Here we have the dark and the light present, and I love that it's represented by lighthouses, because this is what we're doing. We know we're using this as fuel to generate the light from within to without as the lighthouse with our flame. This is connected to our flames and what we're doing and the balance we're restoring between the dark and the light and yin and yang. I love that you can also see the two fish there and the connection to Pisces and the creation of love from within to without. And we know this is connected to the two cups, as the Two of Cups, as well as the Queen of Cups. We are creating love from fear. So we're facing the shadows. The Empress is connected to the moon. The Empress is also pregnant and about to give birth to what the masculine and feminine are creating. And the masculine, he's fertilizing. He's fertilizing. What has to happen here is, we know, because we know how a baby's being made, right? The masculine's going to fertilize the egg, and then there's life in it, and it expands. Well, that's how we got pregnant. Got pregnant because we had to have the masculine energy fertilize what we're doing so we can expand it. This, and you can even see the little sphere is the same sphere as within there, and it's connected to Christ consciousness. And we know Christ consciousness is connected to the divine. And we've got, this is connected to our Fibonacci sequence and spiral and what we came here to do, and the restoration of the fertility of life. We are restoring the fertility of life. So of course a woman's got to be able to rock her sensuality in a healthy way. This is connected to the star, and the star is connected to healing with the Merkaba. We know that's the connection to masculine, feminine, child, body, mind, soul, the heavens, the earth through us. This is also connected to the Age of Aquarius through the Piscean. And we know we are the bridges. We are the bridges from the Piscean era, the Dark Ages, to the Golden Ages. And yes, that's a hard job because we're knowing, you know, we're the bridge between both worlds. We are the bridge between both worlds. And we are creating through us this bridge and then New Earth and what's happening there. This is about healing. And there's the two fish. And this is connecting to our ancients. I mean, this card speaks volumes. We've got the pyramids within the background. We have the two fish right here. It's got the energy of Aquarius and Pisces within this card specifically, because this is the creation of the Golden Ages. But it's through what was reflected back to us through the Piscean, the dark. Now, the star is connected to the Prince of Cups. And that is connected to the Seeker of the Shells. So the Prince of Cups right now is connected to our truths and what we're seeking. And there's been work done within that cup. There's a serpent within that cup. And there's a transformation in hand. And the dolphin energy. So now the masculine is understanding the dolphin energy. The masculines understand healing. The masculines understanding transformation within the cup and the connection to the feminine. It's happening. Now we're going to get some cards and expand this. Everything's all set up and ready to go. Well, I was setting it up. I was really connecting to the energy. And just the fact that this is a really difficult time right now. This is a really hard time right now. There's much metamorphosis out there. There's much metamorphosis within here. And it's just, go within, use the energy of the Hermit and find your center, find your peace and recharge. We have access to this. We need to recharge. That's going to help us with feeling bored. Because this boredom is connected to our old patterning. And within, the High Priestess, Archangel Haniel, powerful psychic insights, reflection, and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. So we're going to retreat and recharge. And there's valuable information within that's connected to our peace. We're going to heal. We're going to do some more healing. And guys, I just want you to know I'm here for you. You know what? If you've been having a hard time with the metamorphosis and an overflow of negativity and the struggle, I understand, I get it, you know, it's hard to deal with. And then it makes us, you know, familiar with those lower vibrational energies again, and just wanting to create with our own, and anger and frustration. And, you know, all the work that we're doing, we could fall off the wagon. You know, we may have quit drinking coffee and we started drinking coffee. We may have quit drinking alcohol and we started drinking alcohol. We have quit smoking and we started smoking. Like, you get the picture. We started, you know, eating a box of brownies before bed, knowing that that was not okay for our liver and internal organs. Because we have to be kind to the body. This is about being kind to the body. This is the message right now. We have to heal with the body. And I know, because I've been reflected back, all that stuff. I did a lot of that stuff. I really worked so hard with getting the caffeine out of my system, because that's what I was called to do. And holy, ooh, that cup of joe, I had to put it down. It was messing with my chakras and my metamorphosis. And I'm back in the struggle, but it's allowing me to create new patterning. And just because, you know, this is hard times, but we want to go back on those patterns that are connected to the devil, the past. But we got to go towards the future, towards the now. So we got to go with him. We got to find something now. What's happening? They showed me the Emperor. And of course that makes sense, because we have the Empress here. The Emperor. And the Emperor was connected to a card in my memory. I can't remember what it was now. But I know that that card was connected to the Eight of Wands. Boy, I wish I could remember what it was now. See if it comes back to me. But we're going to go from something that the Emperor, we need that energy right now. The Emperor and the Empress. And something in between there's going to help the expansion, because we know the Eight of Wands is the energy. So we're going within the dark right now. We're going within the void. Judgment, and it's right. This is our connection to judgment, because this is our connection to the truth. We're going to free ourselves. This truth will free us. It says Freedom Town. Yeah, and that's the... Oh, look at this image. We're going to go from this space, remember, to this space, through this one. Or through this one, to this one. All right, Spirit, what's happening here? Card stuck to my finger. We're going to have to check it out and see what it is. That's right, the Nine of Swords and the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is here to help us with our expansion. And this is fear. This is anxiety. This is the negative. This is the mind wreaking havoc. We need the King of Pentacles. And look, this King of Pentacles, he has the sword of clarity, the sword of the light. It's action time. But it's action in a pentacly kind of way. This has to do with our behavior. This is how it has to do with how we're behaving. How we behave through the fear is what activates us. And it's cool. Let's see what this card was that stuck to me. The Ace of Pentacles. There is the gift. The gift of grounding. The new patterning. We know we're seeking new patterning connected to the truth, because that's what's going to get us out of this space. And it's connected to the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands, we're actively manifesting. There's the King of Wands and the Five of Swords. So we're going to act on removing this conflict. And we're going to act on removing this conflict because we're going to remember it restores balance between the masculine and feminine, yin and yang. And this allows us to manifest. All right, let's see what this is connected to. We need that Wands energy. This King of Wands was activated at the full moon in Scorpio. We know it's because of the King of Cups. The King of Cups is connected to the Wands. Seven of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. Look at that, the King of Cups. All right, through the Knave of Wands. So we're using the Wands with the Cups. We're definitely connected to the Pentacles. But we're also working with the Swords, as we know, because we have to make a connection. We're making a connection. We're going to use the masculine energy here to help us make the connections we need to make. Right here, there's a box. We know the box is the masculine energy. So that means we need to be methodical. We need to be logical. We need to plan something out from A to B. We need to break something down. We need to put it in the box. The feminine energy is not in the box. The masculine energy, we're going to take it, we're going to go in the box, and we're going to create in the box. The feminine's creating in the sphere. Now, here we've made a connection. A triangle. We know the triangle is the strongest shape that there is. It's of three. That was the card. The Three of Cups. It was the Emperor, the Three of Cups, and then the Eight of Wands. There's the connection. So we have to connect to the Three of Cups. And this has to do with the Knave of Wands. The Knave of Wands, the more youthful energy, is helping us to create our 10 of Pentacles. And it's connected to the Ten of Cups. I mean the Ten of Cups. The King of Cups. And the King of Cups is connected to the Knave of Pentacles. So there it is. There's our connection. There we are. So the King of Cups is helping us to heal with our sensuality. This is connected to our truth. To accept the feminine. This is to accept the feminine in her rightful place, period, in creation, within the world, within us. Especially the masculine. Honoring that. Restoring the balance from within to without. Oh, we go from the 5 to the 2. We know it's about the 3 though. Look at that. We heal from our sorrows and we connect to the Two of Cups. So that's where we're going. Now I want to ask a little bit of information. Yes, there's the Magician. We're manifesting. And there's the Queen of Wands and the Sun. So there's the fire energy and the helping with the expansion. So look, now we're manifesting and we've manifested, we have the King and Queen of Wands. Wholeness achieved, balance restored, and there's the Sun. And of course we're working with the energy. We're working with the Wands energy because this is about this at the end of the day, guys. And we're doing this through dance. We're doing this through connection. You know what? Dance connects body, mind, and soul. Dance connects the masculine, feminine, and child. Alright, I want to see what's being activated here. Because this Knave of Pentacles, there's an activation within this. Not the Knave of Pentacles. Sorry, guys. Let me get the right card. The Knave of Wands. This is where something shifts. We'll see what shifts here. Well, frick, if you don't want to believe, really, you like, come on. Guys, come on. Like, Mamma Mia. I believe, source. I believe, spirit. I freaking believe, man. My God. That looks like the coming together of the masculine and feminine to evolve through our resurrection. Everything we've been discussing, that's what's being activated here. And it's for evolution. I want to get the book, but first I want to see what cards, because I want to read. This is the activation. This is what we're putting into formation, guys. This is exactly what we're doing. We're putting this into formation, and we're doing it through our spirituality. There's the chakra healing flow. Our energy is revved up here, and there's our connection to our divine blueprint, as well as, you know, scribing, holy text, ancient information. Connected to the divine, the inner child, and the inner child is set free with higher self, the connection to the divine, the light. And I mean, guys, look at, that's all the chakras. They're lit. Everything here is in working order. We've created the Merkaba, we're healing. And look, there's the seed of life, and it's going to expand to the flower. Now, that's connected to the 6 of discs, which is the 6 of pentacles. We restore, remember, through our generosity. This is about sharing. We have to be at a place now where we can wait our turn and share. That's the time we're in. That's the message we just received. We need to wait our turn and share. And this is also too about being generous. Going out and just being generous, being in service. Being there for someone else rather than sitting here being bored. Gee, we can do something else. You know, there's so many things going on. There's so many things going on where people, I've actually seen it. People are being there for other people. People are going out and ninjaing people with care packages. People are going out and trying to help others heal from all this isolation. People are really amping up trying to be there for others through a time where we feel so, really so separate and so alone. And there's the lovers. There we are. Opposite energies coming together to create the whole, to unite. And look, we did it. With the cups and the wands, baby. And that's what's here. We're working with the cups and the wands. Well, there's the cup, there's the wand. But we use all the other elements. We know this, guys. They're all a part. They're all part of the one. They're all part of the whole. Okay. I want to get this message. Resurrection. In the act of resurrection, the soul of Patch now actively recreates his body of light after his passage through death. He has become illuminated by his connection to spirit and sees his old behaviors and thought patterns for what they were, products of his ego. The power of Patch's spirit, and Patch's the character. The power of Patch's spirit initiates evolution by reassembling the ingredients of his past into a new way, thus creating a renewed and higher self. And this is why we're shutting the door to our past. We have to shut the door to our past, and that was a direct message. Something activates when we shut the door to our past. Something changes. And that's it. Because we have to now reassemble those pieces. But we're reassembling with higher self and more integration of our light, more integration of our spirit. When you draw resurrection, you are advised that now is the time to actively evolve into a new you. You have all this creative freedom inside of you, the awareness of limitless potential and the ability to become anything that you want. You have surrendered your ego, moved through the passage of death, and come out on the other side with a deeper connection to your higher self and the ability to become a new you. And that's big. We have the ability to become a new version of ourselves. We understand that. And this is the masculine and feminine energy. We have to have the creative freedom to reinvent ourselves, to birth ourselves, and we have to have the masculine energy to actively evolve. There it is. There's creation right there, guys. All right. Need a sign. White eagle. The connection to divine guidance is within you. And that's where we're going now, guys. We're going within. It's time to retreat and go within. That's the message. Retreat, recharge, go within. The white eagle is here. That's a pretty big message. Kingfisher, prosperity is flowing. Have faith that you will receive it in the perfect form. It's time for us to have faith in the fact that we are going to receive it in the perfect form. This is the vibration we need to be connecting to within and creating with. This is very powerful. This is a gift from the divine. And it's connected to vulture. Accept the inevitable. Let go of the past and welcome a rebirth to begin. And there it is. And vultures are our connection to the underworld and healing from the devil energies. Crane, you will soon enter into a beneficial partnership. Luck and longevity. Bless this union. And yes, we are. We're learning to trust and have faith in ourselves. We're learning to trust and have faith in the divine. We're learning to have faith and trust in the energies of the opposites coming together to you heal and unite and create the one through the all. Much love and healing vibes sent your way to create with today. I look forward to seeing you very soon. The next part, where we're going to be going, as well as sun sign readings, are going to be available very soon. I've been getting to work on them, okay, guys? Take care.